Hello, this is Paloma. I come back with this story that I hear from the sky, and also an invitation perhaps to sing along with this music of the spheres. We're in this beautiful, beautiful week, and I wanted to make a quick update on the energy. I see it as a convergence of different times. It's like a time bending week, really. We have this exaltation, this very highlighted school of mystery, which is Geminis, bringing forward a lot of its mystery for us, especially this week and next week as well. So today we have a Venus Starpoint. Venus in her dance, which is absolute poetry in the sky, in her dance with the sun and the earth, she creates this pattern of a five-pointed star, or the sacred pentagram, and this is one of those moments. Now she is conjoined the sun, so imagine her there in Geminis, embraced by this devotional fire of this life-giving light, which is the sun, representing the center of our solar system and also the center of our hearts. So this is happening out there and it's happening in here, this illumination of our hearts through the consciousness of Venus, which is the sister of the earth, that has always been witnessed, and we've been fascinated by her dance throughout millennia. There's writings and songs about her in every ancestral culture, because she, through this pattern, awakens humanity into new octaves of consciousness. And okay, that is happening here, and the beauty of it is that this is a culminating moment. It's similar to a full moon, but with Venus, which is like a climax, that brings a harvest, a understanding of something that was seeded somehow, started developing a story back in June 2020. So there's a spiral of time from what is perceived as the past in 2020, about a narrative and inquiry, the use of our voice, the use of our thoughts, and the power of this that now comes forward as a flowering of sorts in the realm of our mind and higher mind, as we understand ourselves as teachers and apprentices of love. And at the same time this week we have this beautiful new moon, which is the moon and the sun and Venus together, and very nearby there's Jupiter and Mercury as well in the same school. So there's, as I said, this very intense Gemini energy. And we have a new moon, which is a new beginning. It is the sitting point of this new narrative, this new story, this new song, perhaps. And so as you can see, I see these force, this impulse from what we call the past coming into convergence with an impulse that comes from the future into this seed to ask us, I hear it as if the future was asking you today for something, as if you were talking with the tree that is inside this little seed, and the tree is asking something of us, so it can become. So that's how I see it, like all of this maybe even colliding through contrast, because Gemini usually brings contrast. And it's a very interesting school. I think we understand it in a very superficial way at the moment, but if you actually look at the word, Gemini comes from the same root as Genesis or as genes. So there's an origin in this duality of Gemini. It's the origin of duality as an experience of unity, to be awed, to be surprised and recognize itself through the difference and the diversity. So it's really deeper sometimes than it seems with Gemini, because it is, sometimes it seems it speaks of separation, when in truth it speaks of unity. It speaks of bringing together these that we perceive as contradictions also, the invisible, the visible, day and night, and spiritual and material. And so this seed of the new moon has the potential to become a new narrative, a new story. And I was thinking about how many creational myths start with a song, the world being sung into creation. So that's the feeling I get with this energy. Like we have the ability, the opportunity to sing a new song and to sing ourselves new and to sing the world new into this vision that is coming from the future to this seat, letting us know what is needed of us today so we can sing the new song. Something like that. And yeah, it's a very beautiful week to connect with the power of our voice, with the power of our minds, and to remember also, because Gemini, for example, has the beauty of gesture, the beauty of theater, of poetry, of music in it. And if we think of music, there's sound and there's silence as well. See? And I bring this as well because I think we're gonna need silences. We're gonna need silence so we can listen to the song that wants to be to come forward from this heart infused by the energy of Venus. And we are overstimulated by information that forms us inside, and we are informing the world, giving form, bringing form into the world through our spelling, our conjuring of reality. And this is also a time of big responsibility. Both events, the Starpoint and the new moon, have this tense yet extremely creative dialogue with Saturn in Pisces. And Pisces also speaks of this duality in a way, no? It's like the Veshika Pisces, no? And Saturn in Pisces is asking us really emphatically to become responsible for the power of our thoughts, the power of our words, to commit or recommit. It's like making new vows with our mission, with our creative power, and with the songs that we are gonna sing as the ancestors of a new era, of a new epoch. So this activation of Saturn actually to me feels like if Saturn wasn't there, this would be such scattered energy, and we would lose the opportunity through distraction to actually use the fertility of this moment. And Saturn there becomes a blessing, a spiritual blessing that reminds us that we won't know which song to sing if we don't enter the realm of silence first. So yes, that's some of the energy that I feel for these days. I think we have an opportunity for us, a very eloquent and joyous sitting through the new moon, because this is an energy of curiosity and joy as well. So maybe we can start understanding joy and responsibility as things that can work together. Also commitment and exploration as something that can happen at the same time, and with the compassion that is held by another character in the sky that is called Chariklo, that is also weaving her magic, her grace and her beauty as a healing force that embraces all of this moment through presence. That we can also be the presence that we long for ourselves and for our human family and non-human kin. So that's my message for today. Thank you for your time, for your attention, for your path. Blessings.